Good morning, good morning. This is Jacqueline Richardson. This is Miss JJ Diamond, Jackie Deja, whatever y'all call me. Hope everyone is in good health and just doing what you're supposed to do, I want to touch base with y'all on some things. I was supposed to touch base regarding our driving habits here in Charlotte. However, I have a priority that I need to speak upon, so we're going to push that back until tomorrow. So, Papa Governor Cooper, I do apologize. I will speak on the driving tomorrow. We give our condolences to the officer that lost her life here in Charlotte. We give our condolences to her family. She was on duty in a car collision. So y'all can look that up on Google, read the story. Follow Governor Cooper. He keeps us informed of certain things that goes on in North Carolina, not only in Charlotte, because we need to know what's going on throughout the state. So y'all follow Governor Cooper on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I believe Instagram. Yeah. Well, I got wind yesterday, and it really hurt my heart. I haven't been too in touch with the communities because I've been working. So I don't know what's really going on out there. I'm struggling to survive, on my own out there, and stay alive. And then I come to hear that a lot of these young kids been getting shot in the last 60 days. And that doesn't sit well with me. I did a TikTok. It's a song that's out, and they're telling you about all of the people that got shot. And when the TikTok came up, I said I have to do it because that's exactly how I felt, when I was being told what's going on in the community. Now, fellas, and I just want to say this, y'all shooting each other out there to go sit in a jail cell over whatever reason, because somebody's mouth or whatever the case may be. And I'm asking you guys, I don't want y'all to go to jail. I don't want y'all being raped. I don't want y'all having to live a incarcerated life. So sometimes it takes just a second to think about what you're doing. You attempt to take a person's life or take a person's life, it's jail time automatically. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way around it. So why would you put yourself in that predicament? I know sometimes people can stress you out so bad to where you want to hurt them. I got somebody right now that owe me so much money. Yeah, I want to hurt them. But my mind tells me I don't want to go to jail. I have more love for myself than I do for that person that hurt me. Sometimes we have to walk away from situations. Now I can see you shooting somebody for your protection, and it's just getting out of whack, I can see if somebody was hurting you and then you needed to shoot them. Just like with the baby. He was working, As a matter of fact, the baby, happy birthday. Shout out to you. I hope you enjoy your birthday. Many wishes. But getting back to the baby, he was at work and somebody decided to bother him. And he had to protect himself. I can see in that scenario. However, I can't see because y'all getting into a little argument, and the next thing you know, y'all popping each other. No, put the guns down and fight it out. And sometimes you ain't even got to fight it out. You can talk it out. Because most of the time when y'all going through things, the stuff that y'all be going through is very minute. I got somebody owing me $7,000 right now. I'm broke as hell, trying to run businesses. And if he walk up on me, I'm going to either turn my back or I might punch him in the face. But I'm not going to shoot him and put myself in jail, and I will never get my money. I'm just trying to give y'all scenarios. Sometimes you have to turn the other cheek, because you're going to land yourself somewhere you really don't want to be. I don't know if you know what it's like, because I don't know what it's like, and I don't want to know what it's like to be sitting in the jail. Your family don't visit you. Your family don't send packages because they trying to survive. Why put yourself in a harder situation to survive? Yeah, granted, they do give you 3 square meals. But if you get a bully in there, he may take your meal. If your family don't have no money, they can't send you nothing. Then you may get a man that want to rape on you. These are the facts of it, guys. Put the guns down. The guns were made for us to protect ourselves. Not because you get an attitude with your man because he took too many pulls over the blunt, or he trying to holler at your girl, or his mouth is ratchet. So, no, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. I felt better when I didn't know what y'all was doing out there. I thought everything was brewing good. But it's just not, and it's not sitting well with me. And right now I want to say a prayer that the devil get up out of these kids. Jehovah God, I come to you and I ask you to give these kids more knowledge, Jehovah God. They're doing more hurt and harm to themselves than they're doing to others. Jehovah God, I come to you and I ask you to just cover every child, every person here in Charlotte and the surrounding areas, Jehovah God. Give them the knowledge to understand what our assignment is, Jehovah God. We would keep trying to get the word out, Jehovah God, what you want us to do. Where you want us to help. What you have appointed us to do to help these children gain the knowledge that they need so they can live productive lives, Jehovah God. Jehovah God, I just come to you humbly and ask you to lift these souls of these kids as they wake up this morning, Jehovah God, and say to themselves, I want to live in peace. Help them see that getting a job is better, Jehovah God. Help them see that if they want to be gunslinging fellas, that they need to go into the army, Jehovah God. Help them see that, Jehovah God. that they can be taught legally by our government to play with guns, Jehovah God, not being out here hurting the civilians, Jehovah God, and hurting each other. Jehovah God, I come to you and I just ask you to cover us all in the blood of Jesus, and I ask you in your son Jesus Christ's name. Amen. You know, when I can't control something, y'all know I always take it to God. It's a good thing, you know, but sometimes it can be a bad thing. And I'll tell y'all why. Because once you take something to God, you can't take it back. You know, God moves differently, you know. He moves a whole nother way, you know. And I can't control, you know, the kids not having activities and the kids not having the things that they need. I can only help and fund some of these children, you know, and then they get older and they get older. And, you know, what else is there for you to do with these kids, you know? Like I seen one of mine yesterday, he got kids. And I told him, I said, you know, I'm going to Winterfest. You know, I said, Egypt lives there. That's like her second house. You know, and he's like, for real, I want to come. And I'm like, you know, I had to smile, you know, because your theory is going to work, taking care of your family, and do exciting things with your family, you know. And I was so proud to hear that from him when he was like, oh, I want to go. He was like, how much is it? He said, okay, that's not too bad. I could afford that for me and my family, you know. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, I'm so proud of you, you know. And they're not perfect, you know. Nobody's perfect, you know. But when you see these young guys come up, you know, and they build their little families and they trying, you know, and it's going to get better day by day, you know, and year by year, you know, especially as they grow and as they learn, you know, it'll get better. But when you see them trying, you know, you just got to smile. You can do nothing but smile and let them know, I'm proud of you. Because sometimes just by a person being proud of someone helps boost the self-esteem of another, you know. So I constantly tell them when I see them and they trying to do something, you know, and you know, they some of them come to me because they know what I go through, you know, especially with the music and the businesses. So, you know, a lot of them will talk to me when they're trying to do something, and I have to let them know I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, even though you're not at the highest level yet. But you're building yourself, and you know it takes patience. You know you don't know everything. You know is the ladders, you know, that you have to go up or stairs you have to continue to walk in order to get to where you need to be. So now we got to continue to put this in the minds of some of our other children so they can see the reality of what life can really be. We don't want to see these kids dying. We don't want to see these kids shot where, you know, they're going to be ailing for the rest of their lives, in pain for the rest of their lives. You know, when I was coming up, and I'm going to just keep it real with y'all, when I was coming up in New York, in the Bronx, you know, y'all see me talk about the Bronx a lot. I lived in Harlem and I did live in the Bronx as well. But my stable address was in the Bronx after my little brother died. So that's where I lived. Don't you know, you didn't really ever hear of anyone getting killed unless they were drug dealers or they did something real crazy to people. Okay? This thing didn't start until they started really killing people like that. I would say 90s, 2000s. But when I was coming up, we didn't have to worry about that. It wasn't a common thing. Now it's so common. You like, oh, I don't want to hear no more. It's just too much. Charlotte, we're becoming a star state. We supposed to be focusing on looking good, having jobs, helping the people that can't help themselves. So when people go to other states, they can say, phew, I was down there in Charlotte. They nice. They have employment. The city is clean. People are working, going to school. It's not too much rowdiness. Yeah, I think I want to move to Charlotte. We need money to come to Charlotte. We can't have money coming to Charlotte if there's chaos. People want peace. Don't y'all want some young, pretty girls move to Charlotte? I mean, we got some. But some of them is off limits. Then I'm going to start busting my guns. But we want good people to come to Charlotte. And in order for that to happen, y'all got to tone it down some. Get yourselves together. Figure out what you want to do. Some of y'all still young. I'm going to be talking to our governor and see if he can get some summer youth programs going on here so y'all guys could work. So when you see the next man with something that you want, you don't have to worry about, how I'm going to get this money. I got to rob somebody, got to do this, got to know, because you can work some summer youth and get you some things. Everybody can't afford to get the fancy stuff because rent is high. And it's not only here, it's everywhere you go. So I tell anybody, if you're trying to move, stay put. Okay? Trump told us to sit still. And it was for a reason, because he knew what was going to happen. Because, he's up there with the people, on the desk. And they all talking, He knows what's going to happen. He told us, sit still. So we know that people are struggling. They rents are high, and sometimes you got to choose between paying your rent or eating. And that's a hard bargain. And if you're going through something like that, that's when you need to go out and get a job and help your people, help your family. It's about family, people. This is the Bible Belt. The Bible is based on family. We shouldn't have youngers going astray all over the place. Focus on your family. Focus on getting money to help your family. Get a job. I know it's hard for some of you guys to get a job because y'all still on the, the anklets. They put y'all on those anklets. And, that's another thing I want to talk to the juvenile system about. I know y'all theory is keep them inside, so they won't get in trouble. You'll rather put an anklet on them than locking them up in a jail cell. And I get it. But it's becoming a fashion statement. That's what y'all made it here in Charlotte. It's becoming a fashion statement. So we all have to work harder to try to get these children to see that wearing an ankle bracelet is not cute. Y'all don't see Miss JJ with one on. And I don't plan to have one on unless somebody try to hurt my family. So why would you want to wear an ankle bracelet? Y'all don't see the baby with one on. Well, he used to have one on because he went a little erratic for a while. You know, stardom can do that to you. But the moral of the story is he got that thing off and said, I'm not doing this no more. Because I like to travel. I like to go here. I like to do that. If I even want to get another job. Because most of the jobs, the shifts sometimes be late. And y'all have to be in the house. For those that don't know, you have stores like Food Lion. If you don't have an anklet on for a theft, I believe, they would still hire you. Food Lion keeps the youngins working. I'm seeing some shoe. I thought 1 or 2 left from my Food Lion in my neighborhood. And I saw him again the other day. And I'm like, okay, I see you. He had moved up in the game because he was only in stock. Now he on the front line. He called me. Come on, you can use this register right here. I said, okay, I see you. That's what I want to see in my communities. My youngins growing in their jobs. Them accepting the way of life. Not gunning each other down. Seen another one of my youngins. At work. I thought he was missing. I used to see him walking all the time. I said, well, where'd he go? I don't see him walking all the time because he done bought him a car. I said, okay, I see you. I see you. We can't see you if you're gunslinging. Because they lock you up. We can't see you. We want to be able to see you. See what you have accomplished. You and your family. That's what we want to see. I'm trying to break it down as best as I possibly can. We have to accept the things that happens in our lives sometimes. You know? Accept it and just walk away. I know it could be a lot of pressure. You feel the pain. But that's when you need to come to God. Say, God, take this feeling away from me. I can't take this feeling. And just turn the other cheek. If it gets too bad, y'all want to fight it out, you fight it out. Shake hands and keep it moving. That's the way it works. So I hope I could get through to you guys. You know, if some of y'all are rappers and y'all trying to get on, y'all know I got y'all. Only thing with me, because I'm not rich, and I tell y'all that, I tell all of y'all that. I'm not rich, but I'll put you on. You got to get a job, though. In order to run with Miss JJ, you got to have a job. Because I can't give you nothing. I may be able to feed you a plate of food, but I can't give you nothing. Because streams don't make a whole lot of money. What make the money is when you discipline and you can get on them stages. That's what make the money. We can get streams all day. It might pay my website bill. Might pay a car note. I mean, not a, yeah, we can pay a car note. It ain't gonna pay my rent though. That's too high. Unless I get excessive amount of streams, who knows? But I say all of that to say, if you want to run with Miss JJ, you got to get a job. That's what we do. We work. And y'all go down to Uptown, you see that big sign. It say, we work. God's people worked. If you want to know about the Bible, you want to read the Bible so you can understand life a little bit better, come see me. If you're going through challenges at home because of the mistakes that your parents made, you can't hold grudges because they're learning just as well as you're learning. They're caught up in the rafter just as well as you caught up in the rafter. So you have to pull yourself out of that rafter and show them what to do. Sometimes, the children can teach the adults. We know that life can be very, very stressful. And if you listen to my podcast from yesterday, it talks about life balance. Okay? It talks about life balance. You have to have balance in life. It's the other thing I wanted to throw out there. If you have a car, I hate giving it away more and more and more because this is how I get my money too. Y'all see me out there struggling just like y'all. If your mama got a car, your mama work, ends are not meeting, get an Instacart card. File for Instacart. Tell her, say, Mom, file for Instacart. I'll help you. And get the extra funds that you need. Shout out to Instacart. Y'all are Charlotte's savior. And I would never let you guys go. Because anytime I need anything, I know all I got to do is go online. I'm like, you like a fish in water waiting for some food, but some food gonna come. And you be like, okay, my time. Gotta go. People, we have to learn to help ourselves. And they have given us many ways to help ourselves. We have DoorDash. We have Instacart. We have Uber Eats. We have some of the companies require you to have a fancy car. Some companies don't require you to have a fancy car. As long as it's running and you have insurance and stuff on it, you're good. Get out there and get a couple extra dollars. I know it could be frustrating when things are just not right. That stress on your head. We all go through it. So I just wanted to talk to you guys today because I just heard some things in the community that just was, bothersome. Really got to me. I'm like, who got shot? And this one got shot? What? I don't want to hear no more. So this podcast right here was a priority. So I try to help my youngins over here that's directly in my community. I try to help them as much as I can. Because I would be no good to hear that something happened to them. I'd be like, oh no, I couldn't function. So I try my best to help them as much as I can. If it's not with information and food, if they need clothes, whatever they need, if I got it to give, I'm going to give it to help them. This is what I do on a daily basis, people. Y'all don't see me online doing it because I'm not going to broadcast what I'm doing for these children or for these people. I'm just going to do it because God said do it. Just like sometimes God sends people in your life to help you. You might be called and sit on the front line to help someone else. And that's what I do on a daily basis. I'm in the communities on a daily basis. If I'm not helping the kids, I'm giving the kids knowledge. Sometimes I be at the Instacart, doing the Instacart. They'll follow me around the store, talking to me. You know? I'm okay with it, though. Because I'd rather them get the knowledge from me and get the correct knowledge than getting falsified knowledge and become frustrated with life and make the wrong decision. Sometimes I get a break. None of the kids need no help. But I got to watch out because some may go astray during that time. Even my girls, they sometimes go astray. They're young, but they go astray. I had to remind them. I get it. Y'all out of school. What do y'all do when y'all out of school? Y'all do crafts. Y'all do this. Y'all do that. They had to come together and figure it out. I had a meeting. I came back. They was doing some crafts. Made me happy. I was a happy camper. You have to keep yourself active. Go play some basketball. You never know. Miss JJ may show up at the court. Play basketball with y'all. So I'm just saying all of these things to let y'all know that I'm here if y'all need to talk to me. I'm here to help you figure it out. This is Miss JJ Diamond, Jackie Deja, Jacqueline Richardson, whatever y'all call me, because everybody call me something different. I love y'all all. Y'all stay safe out there and think. I need y'all to think before y'all act. Y'all all have a Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.